the law states that every Ghanaian have the right to register and cast their vote. But how is that the case in Ghana with persons with disability? The EC is running and conducting a limited voting registration exercise, and the exercise is scheduled to start from 12 September to 2nd October 2023. The challenge for EC is that several of their centers are not accessible to people with or persons with disabilities. And the exercises are only taking place in their offices, which several persons with disability may have difficulty accessing. We have a number of disability people, persons in Ghana. Over 5 million people in Ghana, data suggests that have a disability. So this counts a lot. I have with me Beatrice Asante, Prolific B. She's the one who hosts Prolific B show. Very popular show, Beatrice.
Thank you.
And a former, you don't want me to go there? Okay. A former chairperson
in NDC.
NDC North London branch.
Yes.
And also an aspirant.
Yeah.
For a chairperson.
Vice
chairperson, yeah. For
the chapter.
UK NDC UK and Ireland chapter.
Yes.
How was your trip?
My trip was brilliant. Today the sun was up, so I'm enjoying it. It's not raining, and that makes it fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here. And thank you so much for my viewers, and thank you so much for the professionals that are online this afternoon to actually give us a bit more information on what's going on in Ghana. So we're looking forward to hearing from you. And yes, thank you.
Discrimination and inequality
continuing
for persons with disabilities, in particular women and children in Ghana. And they've been going through, and today we'll be also talking to a number of professionals and also the lived experience of a number of persons with disability.
Yes.
But let's go to the registration exercise before we go to those on board there. What is your view about this exercise coming on Tuesday? Are the EC ready?
Okay. I don't think they're ready because there was something that I read, which was graphic online, that was written on the 29th of August, which they were saying that they wanted them to create more centers for persons with disability. And unfortunately, they are not doing that. They've not put facilities in place for these people to be able to even go and vote. So what are they doing for people to actually, this limited registration, what are they doing? Because they're saying that, okay, so let me read a little bit. They said persons with disability, PWD in the country have called on the Electoral Commission EC to rescind this decision for only using 268 centers offices instead of using 1,500. And they claim, the EC is claiming that it's too expensive. But what do they mean that it's too expensive? When the disabled persons also have a right to vote. So what makes it, okay, they're going to say that moving them is expensive, but they are vans, trucks, and stuff that recently we saw people that wanted to stand for flag bearership were giving out trucks. So how come the needs of disabled persons are not actually taken into consideration?
So the government and EC, in other ways, are discriminating against persons with disabilities by not giving them more ways to vote.
Precisely.
So this shows that persons with disability, what the EC must do is to make sure that all persons with disability have access to vote.
Yes.
And our centers, in terms of EC centers in Ghana,
or offices,
and it's not easy any.
But
accessibility.
they're not making the provision. They're not making the provision for them because there are the centers there.
It's Nanado, Baumia, the MPP taking of this thing.
I think we shouldn't just narrow it to the people that they're in power now. I feel they should get everybody on board, whether you're from MPP, NDC, wherever you are. See what they can do to give facilities, because everybody is raising money to go and stand for an election. So why can't they put their heads together?
Yes. So the government have to take a leading role.
Yes.
Parliament have to take a leading role.
Precisely.
Politicians have to take a leading role. Businesses have to take a leading role.
Yes.
All the political parties have to take a leading role to make sure that persons with disability
our facilities are given so that they can exercise their right to vote and have a voice.
Yes, we have a number of persons with disability on with us today, where we'll be talking to them. If even they have heard about this registration exercise, their understanding of it, and it's something they have interest or not, we will go on to it. I mean, the challenge for EC is for them to show the world that they will not be discriminating against persons with disability in Ghana.
Precisely.
Is this something that can also be discussed here? We have the Ghana High Commission here. Then we also have Parliament here. In terms of the British Parliament, we are in the UK. Can complain if the people in the diaspora across the world, could they campaign for these things to happen, for persons with disability, to bring equality for Ghanaians, people with disability to be able to vote?
I think my view would be different on that. I feel the ominous lies on the Ghana High Commission office, because they step in for Ghanaian people. So the people in the diaspora, their sovereignty is the Ghana High Commission. Okay? So they're the ones that are supposed to collect our views, even if we're protesting, whatever we're doing. Because this country, when you live here, they fend for the people here. It's only if you've got something that's happening in Africa and then you go to the British High Commission, yes, then they will fight for their country. So I believe that now the High Commission has to step up.
It's starting on Tuesday. And I've received a number of calls about people's dissatisfaction about
disenfranchised.
Yes, regarding persons with disability. So what we will do is we will let the Ghana High Commission know, Papa Nkama, Honorable His Excellency know that this is the situation, this is what is happening, this is what the Ghanaian community is saying, that equal rights for everyone, and his position, so that he can then send the message.
If you say, hey, we're going to let him know, what has he been doing? The point is, whatever he's been doing, if he doesn't know what is going on in Ghana, then what is his job in this country? So with me, it's not about us telling him he's supposed to be in the know. What is he? How is he going to reach out?
But the people are unhappy. He has his own views.
He has to reach out to say, or do a conference and say that, okay, this is what's going on in the diaspora. These are the people's voice. What are you guys doing? So that we give our voice, and then he sends it back. But if at this present moment he doesn't know what is going on, then unfortunately, I don't know what he's doing. We
will give feedback to our viewers next week about what the High Commission is saying.
Ghana, that's for the people, yes.
Yes, Ghana High Commission to the UK, Papa Usu Ankama is saying about what the Ghanaian voice are in respect to persons with disability.
Yeah, and vulnerable people in Ghana.
Also vulnerable people in Ghana. Thank you very much. Yes, we have a number of people online. But however, we will first go to Bernard because we want feedback about, our viewers want feedback about Echo Jacobs.
Yes.
The last program that we did and the development so far. From my understanding, Echo, he's unemployed. He's also experiencing health problems.
Yes.
And he also wants to work. So it was agreed that Bernard team will support him. He will go to Accra and where he will learn a trade. He will be supported by Ghana Social Welfare, and from then we move on from there. Precisely. So we'll go first to Echo. Echo, are you sorry, we go first to Bernard. Bernard, are you there?
There might be a technical fault.
Bernard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, from my understanding, last when we spoke about how things are progressing in terms of Echo Jacobs, and you kind of kindly take it up that you will be supporting him,
Yes.
you know, with the journey,
Yes.
to help him, you know, have access to education in terms of employment and also rehabilitation. Can you give us some update, please?
Oh, okay. Okay. I can start by saying good morning to everyone on this program, Omega TV. This is Bernard from Central Institute in Infirmary,
Thank you.
Ghana, Ashanti, Bekwai. Last time about eco issue, I promised that I will make sure Econ learn trade because he needs to empower himself. I went and then I did further investigation on where to enroll Eco, and the center is called Ghana Society for the Socially Disadvantaged at Accra, Kaneshi around and Bishop Runabout. I went there. I met the center manager. She spoke to me, Madam Evelyn, and she said they are on vacation and they will reopen 15th of this month, and we need to come with eco clothings. They don't take school fees, but the craft master will have to see Eco and see the type of trade he would like to learn. But I spoke to Eco and he said he will learn. I think is that he will learn leather work or maybe shoemaking. So we opted for the shoemaking because that is what he has done before, or he's having some small experience in it. So Echo will learn shoemaking. We will only have to get money to buy the materials he will use to be learning the trade. And I think he will be there and he will be vacating. It's a 2 years to 3 years program. He will be vacating and he will be going when school reopens. So we've done a lot of checks. We are waiting for on the 15th of this month, that is September, to enroll Echo at Ghana Social for the Socially Disadvantaged at Kaneshi Bishop Runabout. So that is the little update on Echo.
Thank you, Bernard, for that update. But you mentioned some important factor here, that ECHO would have to raise some money to get a few materials. Can that money come from the government?
I don't think so. I don't think so because that center is I think it's a private NGO which has established such wonderful program, and they are being managed by social workers from government. So everything will need to be private. I don't think so. Or maybe will liaise with the assembly at Sunyane and see how best they can help. But for me saying it here that it can come from government, I don't think when you're serious and you want to do something for yourself, you bring in government into this. I don't think so.
Okay, thank you. We will go to Godfred Ness and then Joyce and also Mr. John. Godfred, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you?
I'm very fine, and you?
Yes, fine. You're looking cool though.
Thank you.
Okay, Godfred, maybe you can introduce yourself first to our viewers before we go on, please. Yeah.
Right. I am Godfred Ba. Yes, I am the Director for Department of Social Welfare and Community Development at Sefiriosu Municipal Assembly.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Godfred. Yeah, what it is that as you heard from Bernard, and he mentioned about ECHO needing some money. Can this money come from the government, social welfare department?
Yes, at the district or municipal level, yes, the money can come from there. You know, every quarter the government is supposed to bring a portion of the common fund, which will be directed into the persons with disability fund in every district. Yes. in every district. But you know, this money is not regular. So if you say that you are going to budget your programs based on that money, then I think it is an exercise that is bound to fail, because you cannot tell that, okay, it will come in April, June, September, and then December. No, you cannot say that. It is now something that is unexpected. You are there, and then they will tell you that the common fund has come. So this and this and this is what you can do with it. So I think the best thing to do as a person is to plan on your own. Yes, and I always give this advice when we meet as heads of departments of the Department of Social Welfare and Community Development, that you shouldn't rely on the government income. I mean, we can also invest that money to generate funds into that fund, so that we will be semi-dependent on the government fund that arise from the central government. That's what I tell my friends. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
But yeah, that amount of money can be used for the purposes of training. There is some.
What is the process for ECHO to make that application?
Okay, the process is simple. You write an application. You write an application to your metropolitan, municipal, or district assembly that you want this amount from the disability fund. Yes. Then they will sit down as a fund management committee.
Can an advocate do this for them? Because we are talking with regarding or in respect of a person with disability. If they have to be traveling around the country or traveling around the local area, they may not even have money to even feed themselves, let alone to be going around doing that.
Yeah, in my municipality, for instance, I have decentralized it. So at every community, there is a representative, who gives out the application forms. So the application form is accessible in every community.
Will they help them to fill it? Will they help them to fill the forms?
Oh, okay. Yes. Every community at least has a school, so I advise them that when they get a copy of the application, they send it to a teacher. Let the teacher go through it with them, and then let them fill it together with the teacher. Let the teacher read to them what they have filled, so that when they bring it, there would be no chance for that, okay, I didn't understand it this way, or I didn't understand it that way. Because we give money to persons, and we're expecting them to invest it. Like the program that ECHO is going to do, it's a form of investment. He's going to acquire skills, which he will use to make money for himself. And going forward, pay taxes to government. So we say that this is an investment that we are supposed to make in the individuals who apply for the money. Yes. So someone like ECHO, after filling the application form, he gives it back to the representative or the assembly member in the community, who will then bring it to our office. That is how we do it over here. So we don't necessarily take the application forms directly in the office. We take it through the opinion leaders and persons that they select within the communities to do what? To represent them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do in my district. But it is not same in everywhere. Maybe there might be similar programs in other districts, but in our district, this is how we do it.
Thank you very much, Godfred, and we will be back to you shortly. Joyce, do you have any questions first, sir?
Oh no, with me, I just wanted to. Hi, Godfred, how are you? This is Beatrice. How are you, Godfred?
Yes, I am very, very fine.
Okay.
Yes.
You
know my problem with you.
I know, Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. What I wanted to ask was, you said people help them fill out the forms. Do they get charged for it? Because I know that they have to fit a criteria, which in that criteria makes it impossible once they've actually checked it to make sure that it's not turned down to get those monies. But would they get charged for the people that are advocating for them?
No, we do not. It's for free. The forms are free over here. In Seshiri also, and wherever I have worked, the forms are very, very free.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the forms. I'm talking about the people that actually help them fill the forms.
Yeah, the advocates.
The advocates.
We do not expect them to charge them.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, yes.
Okay.
We do not expect. I don't know what happens over there in the communities, but so far no complaint has come to me that they are being charged to fill the forms.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Godfrey. I'll make amends. Right. Yes.
Thank you, Godfred, and thank you, Beatrice. Yes, we have Miss Joyce Jemfi on the line. Joyce, as you say, you need to unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. How do you want to go? Do you want to speak English or Twi?
I will speak Twi. Okay. For the sake of my people.
Yes, thank you.
I will speak Twi.
Me pacho a small introduction am I? Why? Now our viewers knows who is on the line. Thank you.
Okay. Me pacho your friend me Joyce Jemfi. Me a person with physical disability. Me the me 9 left by polio. Me a women coordinator, national women coordinator for NDC Women with Disability, and also deputy national coordinator for NDC Disability Dex.
Thank you. Joyce, the EC registration exercise. I understand that you recently did some representation because normally be brief there. It's not going the way it should go for persons with disability. Wait back and one asem kakra mai.
Me pacho me dasi. EC limited registration no. Enye niema ni bimpo ni ebeka niema ni nyina wo de aba no emfeva ye. One say yenko district offices no enkonko register. Ene Ghana wo de wheelchair kra e fro car ye jiuska. Te say de ye jiwo fair na ebi wa ebeka cho say wheel no ade say ye gu seat. Ne de chair na to so. Enti wo betua seat no ka. And say ye de wheel no atum. Another issue so ukodru EC office ho a ho nya accessible baako. Accessibility no say wo kan ya no mo hu ni say eye entrance na wo di wura office ho na sem na ye ka. But accessibility no e kate across the whole building. Edamu ni nyina no e wo say eye accessible. Ebia animu no ramp wo ho but obe wura da ni inside a wo ko register no tables wo ho ba bia it is wo which e wuntumu kra mfanda no wo ho. And a places no so entrance no so be enya accessible ba kokra even Ghana ha omo headquarters e wakra ha kra nya accessible. Headquarters na nkasa ni mu kra nya accessible. A person with disability or use wheelchair ebitimu access that office no. And if you are see for 2 guarantors and sambra so one ne Ghana card 2 guarantors no ebetua omo fair utua mefa ne say me free drobo enti say me free makura say eba drobo capital na office no wona metua me 20 cedis in 20 cedis out ye me na say tua obi a oye me guarantor no ono so ne de saa say me ye wheelchair user 20 cedis no metua for the wheel na me de to car no enti ebe wi no na matua be 100 cedis in 100 cedis out for one voter's ID card. Another issue, there is no sign language interpreter. Ewo EC's office obey interpreti ama devs no obey interpreti between the devs and the registrar na ono ye no officer na oye registration no ama na hu se ebia nipa ne de akusua manu enti waka ne pepepe so many issues are by murder kra no one of the devs edene Ghana card any passport book be kire me wo radio good abra ye call ho no edin na wo Ghana card no so is different from the wo we no so passport no at the same time the age date of birth no is different from the wo passport no de is different from the wo Ghana card no so ni nyina ye say nipa na wo kan hire no anti ase your person chire because of your deaf into one ase we mu nyina na ye hwa ye hu ni say ya consider the mai be say isi the ba ye electoral areas na me community na me wo mu no center ni bi wo ho saa na deaf bi nso community no center ni bi wo ho enti wo kwa onhia se obi bedi nachi akọ interpret ama no definitely obekọ na kroba ni bi wo ho onimo no obetimi aka ye ankasa ye wo ye ni omo atena ache no okasa wuti nase wuti dia oka enti se isi se obeye sa registration we na sa nema we nyina wantimi an consider na chese oyi ye ya dem before no afrim the persons with disabilities in Ghana so ye 5 million plus ye to aba ye ebi obi beka se obi ya akwala yes akwala na maame wo ho ne papa wo ho ebi ane papa niska a wo de beko ne maame su niska wo de beko akoye se registration no na chese wo kase maame no so nto aba e na papa no so nto aba ye wo niema bebre wo ho no ma isi an consider anything na ye press release the yasatro petition dey ama na say ni decision na wo de buy no onsan ko na chi na onko sesan na enya sa de before no o kan ya hye if you say gan ID card no nya voters voting kwa na ye wie it musan de yard foforo enti ade na aka achire ne voting ni nyina wo si ne kwan say wo ma na nye daddy ye kwasen nof ekoye elections na NDC disability dex ye de to ye ho so na ye sasa ye nko for ye hwe ba bi omote se me send you videos any pictures bia orebe ho anhwa de ho de kura wunidi enso ye nipa na wo ho obi kura wo ne condition ye such serious say ontimu front mompo but o ye willing say obi de ntuma ni fra na olidi no obekwa koto aba no say nipa no enni voters ID card opeso register say na wo kan we no obefa nipa mienu miensa nnan one ska wo de beko obeden no wako ono so yo mamba pa dem die ne affect na adwen na nsa na nnan na ni bi na affect eti yemma yenkwan na yeso yentwiro yedin na yentum nkoto aba ne bi adem before wa Ghana yesu ene bena ye bo ne nsema ye kan nyina ne say electoral commission emani nyi ye mfrim bibi ani a omu yi ye mfrim Ghana card ye tro the same thing ukomi mikro isi officer ndua esisi ho abo enua hini route ni nyina wo ho you cannot go there with a wheelchair enti me ti hu ma wo expect say wo be fame ana wo be kukuru me na de me awura ho ana say ye kukuru obi na wugina ho a very embarrassing.
It should be against the law.
It is against the law.
Yes, it's against the law. And if not, it's the publicity that the people, the media houses have to take it that lifting people up, they could be lifted. Or you bet me for almost wrongly, if not careful. And that can also cause another injury to persons with disability.
And the person that's lifting them up.
And yes, and the person that is lifting them up could also experience some kind of harm as a result as well. And
impacts on their dignity.
Yes.
Oh.
Even our cars, buses, Ghana, disability friendly. Na about spenters over and any keka ho. It as a person with disability no. So also be to kwanya ma ho ato opa ho to there unless it's a Uber.
See, I know, sir, watch a process and I say. and it's going on. At the end, I say abante from today's program. Joyce Frozen. Yeah, frozen. Mr. Paul, Mr. John.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, hello, Joyce. Waba back. Okay. At the end, Sisi, I'll say abante from this program. And some are okay home.
Ne pese abante ne say. So ebe kan de ye kan bi obeti yase. Na obema isi aye ne ese na fata. Ebi aban na oto hu no ho so ye complete. Ebi asi Ghana. Yam papa kofo. No ni so obeti na hwi, then no ti hwi. Empanimfo bebre na asofo bebre wo ho na o muntumu mpia bonte o munyina tete hwi. Enti de ebe kan se aban onhwe no nkase dede ne ye wo nasum. Ye nye dede. Ye de adesede na etu nanim. Say onhwe na onhye yisi no na ma yisi enye ne ese na fata na ye nyina ye wo manum emra no bo ye nyina ye ho ban enti omunye ne ese na fata na omumma kwa na ye nyina ye nkotworo yi na 2024 no ye nkoto aba no na enye fefefe
yeah, that was it.
No.
Thank you. I'm not sure you want to ask anything.
Okay. Sister Joyce, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, sister. I'm fine, and you?
I'm all right, thank you. Okay. What you said was very, very heart-wrenching about you, about the cost, about you not giving the voice. Now, when you talk about the costing and the protests and everything that you're doing, how do you think the narrative can be changed? Because yes, we are trying to give a message to the EC, which they know very well that they should have considered persons with disability. But the purpose, let's say, about 5 million of
this
is 5 million that so far
5 million plus.
That's the point. Now, how do you think once we tell them what to do, the narrative can be changed? Because the election is next year, okay? And now moving forward, they're saying that they can't get Ghana accounts. What do you think can be done?
Sister, if they want to do it, that they can do it. But the only thing they say, easy way now also any abanyo was I say tin to ka bibia kra o momfa ho. Enti no was say so mo anya ye de o mo famra kwan so ni na injunction aba beto so no. Enti injunction na chi no. Sister life freeman edru Monday na say o mo nya bibi o mo nya o mo adwin so o mo beye bibi afa de ye ka no ho de a. Ene yen so ye another step why betu. Because enti mo ntena se. Ye nim so o mo nsesa. So we have plan.
Okay.
Yes, we plans so.
Okay, sorry, Kofi. Go on. So now, you know when you said what you said, I know people sit back and people say we are exaggerating about things that are going on in Ghana. But you are in the trenches and you know that it's a fact. That they don't listen to you. They don't take you seriously. So how do you convince people that this is not propaganda, but this is facts that are actually going on? How do you convince the people that want to sort of vote for the new leaders that are coming in? Because it's not about who you support, but the people doing the right thing.
Yes. Ghana, language back one Ghanaians mostly yet say a demonstration. So they will see us in the streets. I think say no ba Ghanaians better as say ne ye kano ye tiase na yade a ehia yen. We are prepared. Say by Monday, say Yentefia, you better hit the street.
Okay, that's very good. And even apart from that, I think the challenge for EC is that this is something the international communities, if they get to know how persons with disabilities are being discriminated against in our country, the World Bank, United Nations, different countries, NGOs, all this, if they get to know that this is what is happening now. So the challenge for EC is for them to show the world that they will not be discriminating against persons with
Or
disabilities.
they're not going to be allowed. It's not that they're not going to be. They're not going to be allowed to discriminate. They're not going to get away with what they've been doing.
And also the reality check on disability in Ghana are all calling on the Electoral Commission, Ghana government, Nanado and Baumia and others. Who, we are all part of the government. Political parties to make voting more accessible for all.
Exactly.
So it should be
even daddy the year kanokra no enye voters registration no nko election day na nkasa no.
Yes.
Ube ko polling center bi no na school ma ye the ballot box no SC Valanda so. Esi Valanda so sa na nipa na omo ko ramp ni ho a ono person with disability na odi wheel no be fa so kra akosoro ho. Sometimes uti wheel ma eno e wo phone cry to access the box no cry na ballot we no cry betum no cry ed. It is not only the voters ID no cry registration no cry nkwasem na ye kan nyina ka ho say edru mra ye kwoto aba no so a centers na polling centers no so omoma na nya accessible me nim baby wo me krum e ho no so they say e school dan ba wo bedru last I koka say omo nsesa no omo yi efri Valanda no so de ba from eno so kra na endua hini abo etintin ho you cannot go place bi wo ho no mo betimi set up pa wo ho no ma challenge bi ama ba once o mo anya aka say ha na ye be ye ne de ko kan ho na ye be ye no eti me hu ne say adrum mra I was a persons with disabilities in Ghana no so ye testing mra na e wo Ghana no.
Yes.
Wo bo ankasa hye ye no disability act no any disability law no edrum re wo say yenso ye taxi ye de court na ye hwe ne ye koso no bi go betimi asidan ba bia anya accessible wo electoral commission so wo ye exercise wo ye for obi ahụ wo se me ma place na nya accessible wonim very well say oman yi mu ye wadem difo wo ene enkwala bi wo hono ma ya amputate omu enye polio ne ma ya amputate omu a true accident ebi mo ho true ebi mo diabetes nkwala nketo ya amputate omo do 18 years ede na woka mami bi sende me ne ba picture na ano akora na 18 years o so obeto aba ye mboa no nkoto apa metu niska obi an Ghana ha omo so kwadubunu mpo ye omo se emwoti e pam omo na ya so be de ye de abre ye de na mwoti na mpo omo ho de
me ba cho ka sa twi ni biom na twi na ede ye ntan tete sa twi ni bi ye sro sa ka biom aye
me se omo so kwadubunu kwadu a embre ye prado omo se mwoti a e pam omo na ya so kwadu a abre.
Don't tempt to. Can you try to explain it?
I don't even understand it to explain it. But I know about bananas. no, I know about the bananas, but and the dwarfs, but I don't know what the hell is going on here. But it is what it is.
Oh wow! Thank you very much. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we will come back to you. Stephen.
She didn't tell us what town she was from because she talked about the town. We just want some form of reality check.
Oh, we will get back to her.
Right.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Stephen John.
Hello.
Stephen, then what is it? You camera for ala you catchy.
Well, whichever.
Oh, okay.
This is a program I drew. You tell it to her, I'm on for TBD, and I mean catchy so that microphone better TV. And if I whichever language, I'm okay. I'm comfortable.
We are fine with it. You already couchy, Mr. Das. But you bet my small introduction, am I? Why?
Yo, but I'm Stephen John. May the regional Ghana Society of the Physically Disabled, I am the regional chairman.
Okay.
And in the political landscape also, I'm the immediate past constituency secretary for as one say NDC.
Okay.
Yeah, and Messiah NDC Disability Desk. No? I'm a co-founding member and also the regional coordinator for Ashanti.
Yes.
Disability Desk. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Very good. And then what did you question with EC? What from Mr. Godfred and also Bernard about what is happening in terms of persons with disability in Ghana? Also, what do you have to say in terms of narrative of what your understanding is a normal happen with persons with disability in Ghana. And in particular, voting. Ubit here with voting rights, you know, and accessibility.
That's key. Now, I'm saying before I make call voting rights, you know, I mean, we did into submission now. Director show no the directors Ghana. So kwa ho dia.
Yo, maninko.
Me that's p. I'm saying now me commend the gentleman now so be quiet now. Or 60% disability to learn a trade. No?
Yes, Bernard.
Yes, me I recommend highly. Because animal will be in a respect from people who actually think about people.
Stephen, you remember what to ask, but I just want to say something here. This is why we are doing program like this. To educate the community, government, and all government officials, politicians, everyone in our country, Christian community, the Muslim community, the atheists, everyone in the country about us. This is the reality check on disability in Ghana.
And to change society and to thank people like Bernard, because what you're doing, it's not something that people, and you're not doing it because you want to be known, you're doing it to change the narrative. And for that, thank you so much, Bernard.
Yes. Let us say no, I'm a social worker also.
Okay.
I'm a social worker.
All right. So Bernard is a social worker.
Thank you.
I thumbs up for him. Thumbs up. Yeah. Now director no can be say on level no boa obetima boa with the common fund. Yes. In principle, sanity, but I bet you it's not sanity or grounds. I'm be honest. I am an industry player, and I'm telling you this. I was the district chairman for the fiscally challenged before I was elected into office as the regional chairman. Meaning, me out experience. Common fund, as we talk about, back in arrears, and beginning from 2017 up till now, I don't even think say common fund aba. There was this cap. Oh, this assembly common fund now 7.5% in the assembly, but I'm cap to 5%. The percentage now is free 5% in the person with disability requirement about from completely. And Nipan show more district where apply no also pa. And as said Abrantia, when you have my bono, I'm not sure you mind. Say a buying bum out because onya support no back one. They can't even give him full support. Say 1,000 no here, onya, the onya be 500. I know Yanya 500 is why it will take him years before he gets back to get another. Because over can almost say if you are queue no more here, and you will not even get it. A lot of people tend to forget about the whole thing. And sometimes also no say making process now can people so okay. Overthrow old record. The principle is that you were a disability fund management committee, say no kind. I'm sure so. Emma Obia assessment no the movia. But see, the whole thing moment transfer we are not attending into a different ball game altogether. Caregivers need be most of it. Some of them are not even supposed to handle some of those things. Over common now workers need be crying for or more favorites at the Mabetu. Over here, political players now done a political game. Assembly members no more wading into it because on the trouble but more coaching on committees I cover persons ability self and fine can bad. But on the no no person advantage over another person be an only assembly member be. And now only will be or assembly hall. Until eventually no say Obia so asne and Lidua and one out here you didn't get it that way, to be honest with you. Until I believe say a good idea say more advocacy. Then the baby have personal disabilities. Otherwise, a case will depend on the government in there and a total failure. On paper, they will say it strictly. But in sanity, to be honest with you, Madam say, the force more champion the rights of the personal disability. Say, yes, so
thank you. That was it. Who will become your man? I say,
okay. Men wading into election, registration yasemi. The same colleague Joyce Ekan, I don't think they have much more. But what you may say, man, electoral commission, say, commission no, a buying agency, yeah, you are hanging on, you can't and they are there for the people of Ghana, and yet omope, and you as a commission. One day, so when our leader one day, over free, and you didn't become a commissioner again there. And therefore, also omode emran na yejuma. Emrano HSA. Also system no say that be accessible to everybody, not only person with disability, but everybody. Our 18 years with sound mind. Biano to me accessible manner. Because me am no okay. My once a youth committee member. Yes, for about a year. But that time, that process was very accessible. So free me fear and I'm going to register and my card. Man, throw car. Because it was done in all the polling stations. Because yeah, simple. Let me have ID card. I'm got two. Because I'm sorry, assembly member. You see, but a name like a Caribbean, but especially with the coming to place of this particular commission. And they must completely. Nobody knows why. Oh, and I believe Mr. Minim say, okay, it's Kenya. Council, I don't think the Ghana government wanna afford 2 bills. No, international communities, international communities pay a lot into the election process. Oh, Ghana, it is a Ghana and TV generators Ghana. Or my afraid the community almost there be because restricting this into the district assembly elections, no, a means of maybe trying to skew towards certain interest. I know the best known to the commission alone. They will want to urge the commission to do the needful. Because to be honest with you, persons with disabilities, they want to take part. It has been a message that we champion among our members. You try to be involved in every political activities in the country.
Okay. Emmanuel.
Social activities.
Okay.
Right, sir. It is a somebody is making. What do you mean,
I too Kamanenko.
Okay. Somebody is campaigning into the yes, commission said on decentralizing the whole thing. Now, more of our persons will be able to access card. Yeah, now I'm surprised when I say I am full of mate. Churches leaders, religious leaders, or mate, who be cafe. International community na council, you know, UN, US, World Bank, one, Ghana, or mate, so I can. Nobody has waded into it.
This time, they will take note.
Yeah.
We say this time, on take note. We will push for them to take note. Yes.
Very good. Because I feel that they're not bothered. Meanwhile, no say democracy na more champion. So be a participator. It's not more democracy to talk about.
Yo, yeah, that was
well,
it.
If you suppress the will of somebody, it doesn't become democracy.
No, it doesn't.
That's it.
The Ever Commission we are fighting not for persons with disability alone.
Right. Yes. The true story is this, that this could also stop businesses coming to our country. One thing in the Western world, they take it very serious, is about discrimination. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Stephen Jan. But what I want to say is that businesses that wants to come to Ghana, investors that want to come to Ghana, these are some of the things they check to see that is this a comfortable place for them to practice or do their business. And if we as a country, we are traveling, we have a number of Ghanaians who travel abroad claiming that they've been discriminating against, and we are in our own country and we are discriminating against citizens. It's very, 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 very uncomfortable. It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and we are appealing to government to take note of the plight of people with disability. We was going to go to Emmanuel first, Godfrey, then we come to you, please, if you don't mind.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to Emmanuel, then we come back to you, if it's okay.
Okay.
Because they've been there for a while, and we don't want to lose them. Emmanuel, are you there? Oh. Are they on it? Emmanuel? Emmanuel.
Mute himself.
Okay, let me call him while Godfrey, maybe we may start with you, then at some point you pause and we get to Emmanuel and we come back to you. Emmanuel, what do you mean? Yeah, Godfrey, you want to go on, please? Go on with you want to talk about the Disability Act and their rise.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Ubetimi on. Why? Sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. If you look at the Disability Act about the word participation in national activities, Section 39 tells us that a person or institution which organizes a national, regional, or district activity shall, as far as practicable, ensure that facilities are made available for the participation in the activity by persons with disability. Very clear.
Yes.
But if you look at the posture of EC, it's like the usual our usual way of thinking as Ghanaians. Emmanuel.
We are not sure if it's him. Emmanuel?
Yeah, hello.
Emmanuel?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Okay, Maya ready?
Yeah.
There is a lot of noise.
Boss.
A lot of noise over baby. I want to. Godfrey, we will come back to you. Why?
Yeah,
yes,
hello.
sir. Okay, Emmanuel, it is saying.
Hello.
Good afternoon. It is saying. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Nyame adomo.
Okay, me pacho noise over baby. I want to kakra. Na me pacho. Madam Odidi and I am in the new year. Emmanuel.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Me say, Madam Odidi am in the new year and I say, why you ready?
But you are ready, why?
Sound okay. Yo, bet me. I think they were cutting the head off. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's see if okay, Madam, let us say.
I said to say. 2 minutes away.
Okay. Me bache your flow say.
Your flow say. Tina mini.
Tina na who kasa free?
Celestina Oko. Akasa free so manya. Odumase
Krobo so manya.
Yeah.
Me bache obetimi aka bibi kakra about ni disability na my why? Adikra ni disability ni here. Am I? Thank you.
I come on your match ball about saying
Ni condition. Ebia.
Okay, go condition okay. Don't know me am ka call.
Ya de wo na e de na bae.
E ke mini ni ba no peke no. I say yare na ye no.
Yare oh. Na wadi mfie sen na sa yare ne bae. Na ye de yare.
E na je hanye me. No ko hiyo pele. That's it. Okay. That's it. Ni je hanye me na onya fie sen.
Egwe ne epele.
Na onyi ye kra na yakora na ye no.
Akala na ye. Okay. Na sese no oye adwuma anase onye adwuma.
Ayo se.
Oye adwuma ana onye adwuma.
Aha, otuoni lo. Bacho onye adwuma bia.
Onye adwuma. De na me bacho o ma.
Onga bilo? Bacho oni ba.
Okay. Na eye den onye ska dididi. Me bacho.
Oba. Ambacho say okosese kakra.
Wow. Ono onante anase obi ne pushi no ede ne ko.
Onante.
Ono anante kosese. No kwa ya na otumi nya sika kakra. Onya be sen.
Ega onye.
Okwa onya be sen. Onya sika be sen.
Ake ko ya no aneska ba enyi mo hinai. Say ya na nkofo omunim no e na omutama no.
Ba onya sika be sen.
Enyi mo hinai.
That could be ano.
I say etoda otuminya 10 cities, etoda otuminya 20 cities, etoda so otuminya 30 cities.
Okay, so dependent on the day. Okay. Now, sisi an eba say ye boa no say ye de nimba ma social welfare na wonya adwuma a obeye.
Kama yeke boa mo no aka ma social welfare no mana no chum no ma chon ma pelo.
Still the two by ya do. I mean I go project on it is what no. If you only find one and you will not guy in a store ne I say biscuit talk to.
But o say hono no wakoda ama wakosua adepam ne bibia na ebum no sesi na ahoma no ni bo ayede na ye no so be pam awie no kra ne obeto no kra ya asem sesi ano onya se o business onya obeye pa ye se anka obenya table bi kra na odi toffee ni biscuit ni onko na ba na eguso a obeto no kakra anka be boa no
Yo ye beba so and afi me be se mbusa se na o edan baby o tie no o han dan anase o ye den.
Bacho ohai chulo hinonge. Bacho behind our family house.
Oh, family house. Okay, that's good. Yo, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was now our good family support so.
If you're on the network in here, anti anka will feel crank amitra, baby one di chere.
Okay. Yo, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Enti Godfred, we go to you first because Mona na wokasa. Emmanuel, we will come back to you. Why? To bet me meet you yourself. Godfred, okay. We go to you first. Godfred, about Mami, what can be done to support her? Wow. Godfred, so can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay.
You heard the woman's story.
Yes.
And so
with her story, no. Meaning the way your friend is say the policies are more laid down or jurisdiction no. Who say a district a friend is saying basis. She cannot for every district, not districts, Lancaster, determined through the Disability Fund Management Committee. They say I mentioned that no. Ain't you know or no there or say or pay on your table way. I don't think it takes a lot of money to set up what she's talking about. Maybe a biscuit and it of your concertina apple school being chain crap at least obedience sikabi. Abe fee, Eddie Ababe, the Baba subsistence. But on try, already on your friends or apply, or don't try no apply, now near the bay. Uncle a friend is on so being a minim the way, but share obiti say we are on your jumana a debe priority. There was a priority to the district. And this will be our year juma that or ye debe or any sikada that wababe bisa for a friend say wababe wa apply for expansion of the business. But we are on 1 year juma cry. Wakwakusua de pam no amfa nye adwuma esansa ahomabo ayede ye betumi ayede be betumi akọ back into a pam na na assessing into ono de apply no mo nye sa assessment no
is the my question is the government setting them up to fail because she's in a business where she's not able to buy the thread that she need, and then how did they move forward? Are they being set up to fail?
That is a very big problem. And it also tells us maybe the assessment na no. we don't take into into due diligence what the future holds for such persons. What I say, this is a person that only a friend is saying any other form of income apart from the ayeba channel no. What she needs to do was reinvest, as in purchase the materials. Here be was auto no the ayejuma. Into no sa nipa say no, I was here assessment no go into what the palm no bet to me ocean a friends no so no can see your canal. Nina imported. Imported so no enya dia obey the ben team bia obey and moreover so if you look at we friend say your attitude towards persons with disability in general as Ghanaians so den say ya de be kwa koma obi say de be apamata de man because of our attitude towards them. Me say me tell any opama de man me say ono a person with disability or your friend say ma boaneda because no or by to say a friend say yes sister your kasa tina here med or buy or say or we share the palm but only machine and then your friend said the next your friend is saying a trench nearby the next tranche of the disability fund buy you quite nice no and I made an application say papa we or to junior say or say we share the palm. All that he needs is an industrial sewing machine. Obey to me there then obey to me there in ejuma. Into what we are friend made 2 or more him no and we a boo boo one okay. Yento sewing machine you bet to me set up overlock machine on it. Into that was our investment into his business. Yeah, the man no. So far instead say anka all train say obey the ben obey jin crofata dia pam sisi amanfo so de omonta de omo pam eba yesa omo overlock and knitting no so it is something like that no apart from saying crofodi omontuma beba aba be pam ade no no sa no or yeah extra money by taking other tailors any seamstresses omonta de or yeah knitting for them. Inti or not wa train say material beba no or you need in ama other tailors and so mo pam nkofata de. Yes. Inti no gives him an extra income.
Okay, that's good.
These are some of the way I was here.
It's good, but Godfred, I want to say something. Mr. Stephen John mentioned that the money, the fund that you're talking about, in terms of
its continuity.
The disability fund or committee fund, that money, no. What he's saying is since Mr. John, you mentioned 2017. Yes, since 2017, no.
2017,
it's been very irregular. Yes. But then he don't understand. Hold on, no. He said he doesn't understand why you keep on mentioning the fund when the fund is not there.
No, he says that it's yes.
Make I say, beginning them say one say honor no back. I said say irregular until you cannot plan or budget based on it. Until now we friends say one tranche via the now one tranche via ba. Patro what you say? Now one tranche via ba. Until I make say we friends me say no. I have sat down with our friends the federation at our district level. And yet to me invest in a friend say in canopies and chairs. Apart from them making money into the federation, no, there is a cut and also so a call into the disability fund of our district. Now, so we don't depend so much. That's what I say.
Me be say, Mr. John, I so ebam kakra. Na ebi o bibi ka o ha. Mr. John, do you o bibi ka o ha?
Yes. Apart from that, say, I'm regularly no. As was active.
Okay.
Because in kind earlier or no, national common fund na about MMDAs no. Na buying national revenue no. Na 7.5% in the baho. And he say after the 7.5% na be district bia no. Na 3%. You're calculating 3%. They have to person with disability common fund.
It's very sad.
But this time,
I've got a question to ask.
What do you mean?
Yes.
This time, from 2017, I buy a capo 7.5, I am 5%, or 2.5%. And I got two government special initiatives. And on young assets in Bibiao. In Tinanka 7.5 now, by assembly or now, you 3%. You say 5% and the bar assembly.
So what?
3%.
So what was it in 2016? 2015, 16. No, now you're saying, "Oh, hold on, Godfred. You have person who because was say at the end of 2017. So before, no, therefore it was more. Maybe what?
Actually, what I'm saying is that assuming say the national na eco ebia ono was a review somewhere. That's a review also this assembly no. Nanka if I say 100,000 cities and a back assembly ho. What I say now 7.5% of the national income.
7,000. Yeah.
In fact, I don't know about assembly hall, but to say no, instead of 7.5% of national income never assembly hall, it's 5% in a assembly hall, and they said 10,000 and 100,000 assembly hall. This are never hall less than the 100,000. No.
This is why.
Okay, before he goes.
Hold on. This is why the vote, the rights of disability, and their right to vote is important. Yeah, you have a question. Go on.
I've got several questions, but one of the questions that I want to ask Stephen is that so before 2017, and this is to my friend as well.
What? Stephen and Bernard and Godfred.
No, and to Godfred, yeah? Mm-hmm. So before then, before 2017, was the money coming regularly for...
Not regularly. No,
I'm saying that before 2017.
Yeah. It was better than now.
It was better than now. So since
even though it came in arrears, but it was a bit better than now.
Okay, so when you say it came in arrears, they made up for the periods that people weren't paid for. That was before 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to come every quarter.
Yes.
Previously, even if it didn't come that real quarter, but the following quarter, they
made up for it. They made up for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Godfrey.
But this time, the whole year, you don't even get it. And when it even comes, it comes 1 or 2 quarters.
And they still don't make up, and they've actually cut the amount of money that still needs to come in.
Yeah. If I get
so, the government
you know,
is abusing.
This thing works on percentages.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It works on percentages. So what Stephen is talking about is that previously it was 5%. Previously it was 7%, 7.5%.
Okay.
And 2.5% of that 7.5% of that has been taken off into a new program.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of coming into the assembly, right now, like the example that he was making, instead of 7,000 out of 100,000 coming into the assembly, now it's only 5,000 that comes into the assembly. So with this, it means that out of that 5,000, 3% is going to be calculated based on the 5,000, no longer the 7,000.
Okay.
And do you feel that the percentage that they've taken off, it's made because I know that the older people and the disabled persons, they need more facilities and they need more. So how come they've cut it down, and what was your reasoning? Because from what you've been saying, that means that most of the projects and stuff that they're trying to put in place are not sustainable. Because if you are saying that, not you, I'm talking about the whole unit, yes, are saying that when the money comes in, it doesn't come in regularly, and sometimes it doesn't come in at all, and they've cut it. So then, do you think they've done any forecast? Do you think they've done anything that would make it viable that these persons of disability, their cost of living, do you think that anything that they're doing is sustainable? Because now what I hear from the explanation is that once they get their monies, they have to work to make sure that they make monies. So you're putting the onus on them. But yes, still, and I keep going back to this. When they're doing a campaign, when they're doing their campaign messages, they're buying cars, they're buying unnecessary stuff. Okay, from my view, wasting money.
When you say they buying, who
I'm
are
talking
they?
about the MPs. I'm talking about the candidates.
Yes.
The people are spending monies.
Yes.
Buying what are their cars again?
V8.
V8s. The V8s alone, one V8, yes, can support
The problem is
support projects that are sustainable and viable. So my thing now that I'm getting so furious about is that how do people speak up and change that narrative? Because trust that out of me.
Get water, please. Get water.
No, I'm guys. All right, then.
Drink
I'm
some
gonna
water.
cut. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
What happened here is that I understand even the government people working, civil servants, their pay also get delayed. There's a lot of things happening there.
Even the people that pick up rubbish. I remember my auntie was saying that the people that even pick up rubbish, they don't pay them. And yet still, we're going to Cecilia Dapara again. She has got billions of cedis in her room, and the people that pick up, the people that actually work, the community pays for them to pick up their rubbish. And if when they come and they don't pay them, they don't want to come again.
No, they won't.
So my thing is, what is being, is it when we talk about people with disability, the whole country, everything is in a mess.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, how do you channel those funds?
This is why we're doing programs
No,
like
but
this.
how do we channel those funds to the people that actually need it, not the people that are wasting it?
Well, I mean, the government have to answer this question, that how they will be able to manage it, corrupt-free. The money is being reduced without explanation.
Corrupt-free, sorry.
Yeah, without explanation to persons with disability. So let's go to Bernard, and then from Bernard we will go to Joyce. Bernard, are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
You heard the conversation. You heard everything
Yes.
going on reality check on disability in Ghana. Yes.
Yes.
What is your view or your position in terms of what is going on?
Yeah, it's very serious because if we look at what our brother, the district director was saying about the funds, even he didn't made mention of the cut of that percentage they are talking about. It is our dear father that bring that issue on board. Meaning, even I don't know whether he's not known to that or maybe he's not having any idea to that. And money which is supporting disability, on what ground do you have to cut it? Even the full 7% is not even.
We have to bring the perpetrators to books on this because they are abusing people with disability in our country.
That's it.
This is an abuse.
Can I make a correction a bit?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
We are listening. Yes, sir. We are listening.
I am not saying the money for the person with disability has been capped from the 7.5. What I'm saying is that the the disability fund is calculated based on the money that comes into the district assembly.
Yes.
But as for the 3% that goes to the person with disability, it still remains the 3%. However, the 3% is worked on what comes into assembly as and that is where the government capped out 2.5% into a special initiative project.
Okay.
But as for the 3% that goes to person with disability, it remains the same. But so now, because working on the 3% on the 7.5% that comes is higher than now working on 3% on the 5%.
So how much is the 3%? How much in total money it is?
It depends on how much goes to the district assembly.
So okay, let's work out one disability person. How much are they likely to get from that?
What's the entitlement?
Well, it depends on your request.
Okay.
What I know is that sometimes when I was at the district in my former district, which I don't want to mention the name for now, somebody applied that he wanted to do, so he needed an oven, a gas cylinder, some bowls, and then something small to buy, a flour and other things. What they gave the person was only an oven, nothing else. They gave the person an oven without the cylinders and other things.
So would
the oven?
Do they give money to buy the oven, or they give oven as per?
They will go and buy the oven for you.
You see, there's corruption there, 100%.
Yes, and see, surprisingly, when this government came to being, this lady who happened to be the administrator for the common fund, Natoshi, brought out a flat, is it a Fiat, directing all the district assembly to rather purchase equipment for persons with disability instead of giving them the money to go and purchase it themselves. And so you find that the district assembly's procurement unit will go and then buy when you tell them you want a sewing machine, sometimes they don't even give you a sewing machine. They go and buy the freezer. Somebody will even go and buy something you have not requested for.
They're not respecting their views.
Yeah, see, that's been a problem. When we talk, I believe you give it the whole day.
Okay,
like my brother was saying, that they don't do proper needs assessments.
Yes.
Like this lady from Somania, she wants something toffee and co to sell on a table. What they will do is that they go and buy the table for you, make a very small kiosk, go to the market, buy some pieces of biscuits, buy some tins of milk, buy some cups of rice, go and sell it. How much will you get out of it? You see, so it's not proper needs assessment. They don't do proper needs assessment. I don't know whether it's deliberate or nobody knows. You see, instead of, at least, if the money comes is not enough, get about 3 or 4 people, equip them very well.
So
the next time you go, but they want to do everything together, then you give them piece.
Stephen,
not even anything.
Stephen, what
Yes,
department or Godfred or Bernard will be able to help us here? The department that deals with these affairs in terms of making this assessment, so that we will be able to contact them, about these challenges that we want it to be addressed as citizens and as disability check.
There's a reform. A reform in the disbursement. We have a new guidelines which we have to implement. Initially, the District Common Fund Management Committee
contact. What we will do is say, those information, about the department dealing with it, so we'll be able to write to them
and hold them accountable.
And yes, and make sure that these needs are addressed. We want this to be addressed, so we will contact them and make sure that it's addressed. Yes, thank you very much, Bernard. You were saying something.
First of all, before you can solve a problem, you need to identify the problem.
Precisely.
It is true that the government is having problem with disability issues and vulnerabilities. And when it comes to district level, the one that scores more points to them for them to get more money into the district is more of the disability and the vulnerability issues. But they get the money, they don't use it, or they don't channel it for such purpose. So even if we should ask ourselves, how many disabled knows that they have some money to assess at the district level? Most of them, they don't know that. And Ghanaian communities too, we also don't know begging is also not a good thing.
That's it.
We always encourage
it's
them
against
to
the
go
law.
and beg. We always encourage them to go and beg. I don't understand. See what our sister is saying, that he's ending like 20, 30, 50 cedi a day. And she thinks she's okay. So as Omega TV has been doing and Reality Check has been doing, I think I'll also need her number. Know what her strength is, like what he can do to herself. I think getting toffees on table will not help. That is why they are always saying they give them money, they spend it. Because if a person requests for 1,000, then you give the person 300, 400 cedis, and he's talking about establishing him or herself, you are helping the person to go and spend the money and come back to you. So I think I will ask our sister if he can be or she can be enrolled into a Drenase rehab so that she can use her hands to do something for herself. I think I'm suggesting maybe beeswork can also help her.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
On another time we'll come to reality check. I would like to go to somebody at Bekwai who is also having difficulty in mobility, but he has been able to establish himself. He's into bag making, and he has been helping me with my bag, which maybe if I will buy a bag or maybe I'll have a problem with my bag, he has been doing it for me. I will talk to him, then he will come to reality check maybe next week or some other time. Then he will tell us his life experience because the business he's doing is now big. And he doesn't depend on anybody. He's a free man now at Bekwai here. So that they also learn something, because we should accept that the government is having problems. The percentage issues and all that, the government is having problem. Even if you want to go into it, they won't allow you because it is other people's businesses. They get money from it.
Yes, and this is why we are here, to let the people know. And also to come on very soon from next week, we will be opening the lines so that people can also call in. And so that their voices will be heard.
If you finish helping a call, because a call issue like this, if a call should write a letter to assembly to assess money, the school will be reopened 15th of this month. What do you think? Or which time will a call go to school? Because of getting money from the government, it will take a long time.
Yes.
So he will need assistance from a philanthropist or people like you.
Minutes.
So meaning that a call will have a change in his life because of reality check.
Thank you. Let's go to Joyce.
Government.
Thank you, Bernard. Let's go to Joyce quickly. Joyce, are you there? Joyce, oh. I think I said, will you unmute yourself? I said, will you unmute yourself? No, she's there. Joyce? Joyce? Unmute yourself. Joyce, what did you question about what is going on? And we don't want to take all your time for today. If you want to give us final analysis of today's program and the experiences these people with person with disability are going through, Joyce, we start with you first, Joyce.
Okay. Persons with disabilities Ghana there, they call bebree mu. The minimum kano. Me da ha nyina na me sere. If you say minimum bia ye nyina ye nim se obi oyemu oye deaf. Ontumu nton ade wo kwan ho anase ontumu mfa de nsi ni titi se pure water ice king na se phone. Ontumu nton ba ye hwe nyame anim koto fridge ma wo no so onkoton ice king. And first time a lady ni so kenke no o kenke ye nyina ye nim se so why wo se wo pai wanti mi ampai anka hwe one na ma no sandi kenke ni kosi fie ni abusuafo di ye. So common fund there, so many things are happening. Effort disbursement, you know, the old penny and the debema. Young fair no mauda. Enti ama ye wo emma yawo emma yadim difo yawo ye mamu yen to munsho. En kwala bebre ye ma bi school titifie enti munsho mpo. Ni nyina ne se ma me no oni bibia wo ye. Enti as time goes on na ya papa wudi program ya ba no yenim se dodo na wo ho no ma ye beka enema dodo wo ho a benya akwanya ye de beba bekasa e de afa ho nti ye besese adwumade no efe eye yenkofo bebre behwe omo beti afa mu aba omo beti asua bibia afri anti as time goes on no ye try say ye betimi aba program no so se de ye wo so nni na ademdifo wo Ghana no ye bre papa se uhu ebi mu asetena mu a daddy awreho the ebedi na edempo enya just a day meal kra no edi so obi benya bi edi na wenye bi di ama ne mba emema no nso obi betimi abefa ne na wo no wagya akwala ne de ama no ko na wo the person with disability no umum na wo san hwe akwala no na wunya adwuma nso nti ama akwala ne bebre abrabo essay common fund in Ghana enye hwe ma de bidifo eye omo hwe so na omo a na edi if you say we bet you say we per 1,000 near more 200 300 all they koye den then the caliper you use calipers you use the nante somewhere 2015 2016 neba ni nyina na ye 50 cedis a pair a one it will ye 2 pairs na ye the amount be 100 cedis and now crutches in Ghana crown 1 pair is 100 cedis and the calipers no and common fund in the areas ni bi ni say ye be ma devices no assistive devices no ye ntoma ye na ye mfa ma ye wo be ye caliper before ye be ye program we share that fret 3 centers o mo ye calipers prices no mo de buy na me ameti ye kura de mint mu nya bi mint mu nya 1 e kan say me an kasa me de se ke ko ye 1 because the caliper na started from 1,000 Ghana to 3,500 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Into obey that. And can say when you common fund no enkita for and the common fund what you the call man.
What is a caliper? Sorry, Mr. Joyce, what is a caliper?
Okay, I'm showing you mine. This is the caliper.
Oh.
I don't see caliper.
Oh, walking, yeah.
Okay.
The one that is used to lock the leg.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Joyce. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so previously, before you say something, previously what I said that you hold people accountable, after they've reassessed people and they've decided that they're going to give them, let's say 1,000 Ghana, or they've reassessed them and the people say we want something that the disabled persons want. What I was saying that they have to hold them accountable is if you've assessed me and this is what I want and somebody else buys something different to what I have requested, that person has to be held accountable because they have not what they've requested. Let's say they've requested crutches and somebody decides that it's not a crutch that we're going to buy for you or we're supposed to give you money and that's not. How do we hold those people accountable?
Okay, what I would say to add to your one is this, that I think those in positions, their understanding of equal rights, no discrimination, making sure that the voices of disability people, persons with disability are heard, their method of assessment is totally unacceptable and is wrong. And assessment has to be undertaken in a way, it has to be needs-led. Needs-led assessment.
Means tested and
needs-led. That means is the person what the person needs.
Is what
will help the person to be able to live with support or independently.
Precisely.
And they don't have that. And this is why reality check on disability is here to let the government know that the discrimination that persons with disability are experiencing.
Not just the government,
is
the people that
becoming
are in charge.
unbearable.
No, when you say the government, then we're eliminating the people that are at the door.
Yes.
So the people that you have to go through, what are they doing? Why are they not meeting the needs of the people?
Yes.
And those are the people too that we have to hold in check.
Yes. If you look at it, the Ghana community, the churches, the Muslim community,
I'm talking about the assemblyman. No.
The parliament. Hold on. Let me come here. Their parliament and all that. The whole Ghana, we are discriminating against these people.
Hold,
but these people, they need training. They need training.
No, Kofi, if you hold the people that the money goes through, and they don't follow it through, because if you are a social worker, yes, and they've told you go and assess a family, okay, and when you go, you've assessed them. Now you've gone into the finance department
and tell them what they need.
They told them what they need. And then when the finance department gets to the finance department, the person says, oh, okay, even though Kofi says we have to give them £1,000, oh, I'm going to give them 300 and hold 700 for myself. Those are the people that feel we have to hold
and this is some of the things happening in Ghana.
Yes, my dear.
Can I come in?
Daddy dear, auntie.
Yes, I agree with that. But what I agree with that. You go ahead.
the anti-bitry say can very true. If you say be my trouble say me 1,000 Ghana say bit mu dia medjuma wo buy as stay me no wo call also be ma me 300 and 500 500 na ntimi anya adwuma in the guideline no e was a woman obi person with disability be sika say onfanya adwuma later no wo call na kokohwe say if truly nipa ne de ye adwuma but because it's a one money amount na or request here nti one ka say oti bokra di bo as wujubu nko because we wouldn't very well say scanner would demand no mfa nya adwuma obedi and nabusuafo bi wo ho ayete wona ye nya adwuma no ye nto aduane omo a na ehwe ye nti moment sika na baba beto wo nsem omo
so be je afi
o ni sama kan ni ube wo scanner o de ma nso akoso be di ni bi to bi ya bo ma enti o sin charge the command no that's true.
Yes, we will be.
Well,
yeah, that was it. You hold on. Remember what to also, Godfrey. We will write to these people and so that the voices of persons with disability, their needs will be met and their voices will be heard. You be making sure say you be more. Reality check. This is why we are here. Mpacho Godfrey Koso. Thank you.
Yeah. Senior now, Mrs. Tabi Kano. Say. Yeah, we your friend say by means testing now. Once they bring in the applications, then some of us will go to the field. You be follow up at the field. What's the open say we turn at the infant say yes sister Tina a year by Sankai be our buy a while. Now ya kwa a year friends a means testing no. As to say we to me at on tofe. Or we your friends the capacity to handle that business and your friend say be a basic your friends accountancy say this is how you do it and then on can ye be near channel you we are shana say otiase na so betumi aya na ya ka kire no say ye dey call back na ye call back na ni aye de ben ya tena say ni ahwe sika obetumi dey aye de ben obetumi dey start business. That is at the Disability Fund Management Committee level. You know, we all agree over there say okay you bet to me amano 1,000 cedis and 1,500 cedis. No, they are there or they are started to fenoton. On the application form, no recommendation, no. Ebi or why bet to me a brusa sikana no kwa expecting also. Or no see ebi here 300 cedis and 500 cedis. And so beba no enya ebi 1,000 cedis and 1,500. What you say? No emu bi no be yi akwakwa de be akwakwa to table. After that, na ya de be. After about 2 months, 3 months, you better monitoring. We'll be start 300 cedis, you ma 1,000 cedis. Sisia no akwa kosi saying. Remember example of a case be Sisia ye kase ye dealing with. Ye man is sikano. Or no kro bisa we your friends 250 cedis. But ye shana you to not your person the ton be di. Ye man is sikano, ena oye de ben. Odi kan ye yi mu ye friend say oyimu say 500 oyimu 550 cedis ekoma asofo ekoda asofo ase say osofo ne na bomb paye ma no ema obnya sika efi aban ho say on fanye adwuma owie ye no ena ye friend say yare bi ebebo ye friend say ne wofa nti yare na ebebo ne wofa no say when you sika than in chain and or sign so ye say sika na bi e command wafa. This is the story that this woman told us. And the kweko wie chi no na bi dey business no anye de ben ambaso.
Yes.
So bon. Yes say your friends say who craft no na utu momone so so.
Eti o final word for this program, today's program no anything.
Yeah, today's program men the American say easy ejuma no moye no. Omo decision making no akwa said the usual Ghanaian thinking about the persons we afraid about inclusiveness. Omo nyedebe like they didn't take into consideration accessibility. They don't take into consideration, and me as a way as an advocate for persons with disability, I always say this thing. Say ye bibia and I say ye policy bia na. We don't take into consideration persons with disability. To the extent say and there I 2023 you see a friends a market store scrapper we do not make a friends a provisions for ramps until some of us will come inside and tell them say sa we na mo ye no munyin film na monya de be monfa ramping can when yes sir I will call my people and we will challenge government on it. And no sir no ekowie sir na it is you the we spending officer who is going to pay for it. Because one awanya de be one due diligence. Ain't no mimi say no can say easy sebeyanka even if they will not do it for everyone at the community level or the polling station level now, they should do it for the person with disability pay. Our polling station levels because omo ye adwuma na a friend say bia to say ni aminu ya Stephen Ekan no obi o ye blind onye no nkwa no beko e wo so ye de be o de guide no so wo so tua neka it is a friend is a economic difficulty no mo person mo de to especially young crop for no mo ye de be o mo ye blind ebiom the materials that they are going to use for the for registration are there copies printed in Braille? And now usual one na yebe ready actually nipo blind no answer na say. So these are some of the things. And I was almost one kai say almost so am we deaf and dumb no and you nyina na ko school a nim sign language. And you know so mo call the registration center now. They have to go with persons omoni omwatna omo ye de ben omo ti omo ase omo ye no so ye de ben transportation asemi ye bi enti e ko wie che nyina ye be hu say we are only trying to exclude the persons with disability. I think so when they were doing this policy they didn't take into consideration all these things. Enti no ye say e kurase waka na so onwe ye nya start registration ye enti se be ya anka easy onto nebo so tie program bia onto nebo na on back na on sa e friends yi ayamai
thank you
yi ayamai na on fan kan adwuma die no
thank you
sa pa dia it is exclusion na ye de be ye exclude ye nuanoma mo
thank you Godfred Nanado is number 1 viewer of this program so I believe say obeka bibi akire easy about some of the things we have raised here. And Chibia Mubongu say action will be done because he also listening. And this could also cause a sense of guilt.
And awareness.
And awareness to say if are we meeting the
they know
the
they're
person
not
with
meeting. Is when
disability
you say
needs?
are we, they know they're not meeting.
So this is why, Nana, we are throwing it to you. You are watching, and also
as well.
Yes,
because she is the EC chair.
That's it.
And she has to take note.
And other government officials who are also
but Jim
watching with
is
us.
the head of this EC. We were talking about the electoral committee, and she has to take note.
Yes, this goes for you, Jane. We go next to Bernard. Bernard, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
A word for today's program, please.
Yes, as Mr. Godfred was saying, said can't say yes, sister Mubeti, and Tian can between a person. Say no, points are no boss on. Say committee be better now say after will be application, so when you be does the person now apply now or appear before committee now? Which is no.
We go to them. We go to them in their homes. Yes.
Okay. So you go to them. Now we are talking of empowerment. I think we should empower some people with disability in our community who are specialized in different kind of skill training.
Yes.
So that when the person comes, you assess the person and you know his or her strength, then you place him there. He is being empowered by the community. And like enrollment fee, you just buy the yes. So you don't do that. As I have some make us a Bekwai community or yet the thing on his own. Omni obia or buan. So enti sanity mimi ni mobia or ben mea when accident tepra what me access disability fund Mr. Kula e wa bra on fan koye any disability program be an answer on your almost 5,000 e wa bra man for application 1,000 or more dear my several years but now say onim assembly member bino he was able to assess Sika in Quebec taking care of the media omuhia diana nkasa almost bear 3-4 people opportunity. Then later you come back and tell us that there is no fund. So you should rather empower the disabilities who are already in the skill training, no community, no more empower them with no more disability persons with disability and come home that will solve the problem than giving them money. Because when you say funny now, and to the election issue, as I'm saying, reality check next week. I would like to go on the field so that you see things for yourself. Yes. Even my Central Destitute Infirmary, Asante Bekwai, even it's not disability friendly, but we don't have any, or we don't have even one inmate who is not disabled. Our grounds are not good. So many things were and yet in Ghana, people with disability, young foul. Yeah, act now and said I near Juman Boamo. They said Mr. Godfrey the air camp. And why do you pay huge monies on election? Now to me, disability ballot box and see amount for our money disability ballot now. Said you all can or you be back or any friend will be bedinati. Yes, how do you win? As now, the nation, we don't have even television for disabled, and I said, even cry sign language for disability issue in Canada. A huge problem. I reality check a lot of work to do on it.
Yes.
You see, on election, the idea, media, make us say, some mama no one be ma, and ya dear, or moving a chef because from at the end onset now, you mumudada.
What we want to say is that as part of the program, Stephen, we will come to you. Say if our concerns are not addressed, we will have to push things to court. Jean Mensah will have to answer for that because we are putting this representation to her to say, these things needs to be addressed. Yeah. And if she ignore, the next step is to be taken to court for that. Stephen, are you there, Mr. Stephen Jan?
Yeah, I'm there.
Tina, we will come to you. We'll have the last say. Why program? So, yo, Stephen, me pacho in the program, no, kakrabe na work about it in terms of reflection. Thank you.
I think I'm very privileged to be part of the program today.
Thank you.
I'm actually very happy as a leader of disability group to come to Omega.
Thank you.
I want to thank management of Omega and you particularly, my brother. The first time knowing you, John Kula, thank you very much for everything you're doing for the persons. I've heard a lot about you and your team. We are grateful.
Thank you.
And as a leader, I will continue to liaise with the Omega to fight for the liberation of persons with disabilities.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll continue doing that. And
we hope to see you every Saturday.
Yeah, I'm ever ready. I'm always
ready.
Yes,
thank you very much for that. Thank you. Well done. Tina, are you there? Emmanuel.
Sir.
Me pacho wo betimi the phone na bre Tina ene program na busa ne mayen say the ensem a yakan nyina no ono so say no wo ka emfa ho na ofili say ye support na that ofili say onya support efiri aban ho ewo na sitinem community nim na de ba kwa mpese mu hu ni say mi busa ne de but say no Tina owo kunu ana o boyfriend na obusa na maye why
Tina yes o kunu na o boyfriend also oni obia
oh adai Tina
I say obi anyamba e. It is obeba dia.
I'm sorry.
I say no I say what ma.
Yeah, me da was sitting na. Na me say me hu. Me da was say. Na aban so eba aban mu a ene say wasitire mu no. Say na dia pa na be say ye betimi aboa wo ho. Ebema o ma ene o mo ye program nyina atie. Why? Edian emwa na wo hia say ai wo hoi.
Mbacho tina pa say okay o hia e ke bo am so na. Pa say ano ono esan say wasu adwuma na oguso ya o say ahoma ne boy de on timiniti no. So nya baby obetimi aton biscuit ni tofi ne ho na ba na obetimi de ahwe no ho kakra sa.
Okay. Yeah, be friend.
What about the sewing? Okay, so why don't you ask her that even though she wants to sell those sweets, why doesn't she want to continue with the sewing? Because the sewing seems much more viable than selling the sweets. If she got the
she said she learned about waving of this kind of caps and then crochet and all that.
Okay.
But now the rope and all those things are so much expensive that she can't afford the money to buy them.
But also, what if they could support her? What if they could support her?
Yes, she said if even do it becomes she find it difficult for people to buy, as in patronizing.
Yo, yeda wase. Na Emmanuel also will be cancer na wako. And ye ni other people need to mean kasa. Why next week? But who will be cancer na wako, Mr. Wa? Amagana. Aye, who will be can about a program and for when you may hear when you may hear when you. Aha.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
May God bless you for the good work you are doing.
Amen.
May God bless it because we are very happy about it. Many times, individually, we feel like helping them, but financially, things are not that well. So, on a normal note, when some people can also help, so we can help them, we will become happy. And we are much grateful for your help and your support. And I hope this must continue so we can help them better.
Thank you very much. Me pacho ya the program no beba an end. Miss Tifri Beatrice or the last word. Na obisu obibi kan o ma mi hu na ye manen kan ansa na ya ba Beatrice so. Me pacho mumu bia obibi kan Joyce mu obibi kan ansa na ya close off.
Me pacho ani me obibi kan.
Yo manen koi me da wase.
Me pacho the mechanic say. Enyo obi a na-enya akwanya na otwe obi ben ho. Nipa bebre wo sa akwanya ya ye papa ne Auntie Beatrice we.
Yes.
But omo mfa ho mpo se omo ndwen mpo se omo betwe ye ademdifo no e de aba ho. Program yi eye ademdifo program. Anka so se obefra ademdifo no obekwa akofra ebufo aba. Na omo abeye sa program ba abo de mo anye ne sa. Enti megina menua mo ademdifo wo Ghana nyina na mu. Na ye de aseda eni nyame nhira esombo ede amawoni Auntie Beatrice se nyame nkoso no onye mokese na adwen amunya ya mudi ye program yi onkoso ano nto mo adwen ne mu nkwam na bibi a mu beyi ade aboa program yi nyame nhye na na mu mbo homo ye mpa ebo no ye da mase.
Amen. Sister Joyce, before you go, I want you to thank our producer as well, because he has given us this platform. His name is Joe.
Yes.
He has given us this platform and he doesn't charge us anything and he gives us his time for free.
Yes.
And we do not take that for granted. So producer.
Producer. Yem brother, yem papa, yem nuya. Yeda wase. Se woma akwanya, woma yem papa ne yem sister akwanya sana ibi aso yenso. Onso de wo hwiri bia no nyame mbo homo. Ademdifo nyina ka se nyame nhira mu nyina.
Amen. In fact, wama ye raho Enti yen kasa kese. Yadamu nyina ase. Why? We thank you all and God bless you all. Have a good evening. God bless you. Thank you.